Hey everybody, it's Joe with Joe Knows Cryptos doing my daily video update. So, man, I can't get this out of my mind. I talked about it yesterday. Is this guy who commented on, selling his crypto, his Litecoin, and now he doesn't know if he should get back in. And I say I don't like to give financial advice, and I hate to do this, but yes, you should get back in. Gosh, it's like, I just want to make a video. I'm going to actually just base this video on how important it is right now, more than ever, to start getting into cryptocurrency. The Fed just released that they're going to start printing more dollars, more fiat currency. The only thing that does is make the dollar lose value, cause inflation. What is that going to do for cryptocurrency? It's going to make it so much easier to buy. People are going to be buying into cryptocurrencies. When they see the dollar start to devalue, they know that gold and silver, people that are gold and silver bugs know that there's manipulation in the gold and silver market. And how they do it is, when people buy gold and silver on the market, they're given a piece of, they're not even given a piece of paper, they're given an account that says, you own this derivative, you own this amount of gold and silver. And the fact of the matter is, they don't have that gold and silver to give that person if that person ever wanted to claim it. I mean, some of the people they do, but if everybody, for every derivative that they have out there, if the people wanted to claim their gold and silver, they just don't have it, okay? But they manipulate the price of gold and silver by, instead of actually having to get the gold and silver and give it to you, and then saying, oh gosh, we're running out, now the price is going to go up. Now they just give you paper or digits on a screen or whatever. They can't do that with cryptocurrencies as long as we take them and put them in wallets. If we hold our cryptocurrencies in a Trezor or a Ledger or in a cryptocurrency online wallet, they cannot, well, they can still sell you it, but if they don't have it and you ask for it, they're going to have to buy it somewhere else, especially if you gave them money. Otherwise, they're defrauding you. They're breaking the law. And they're going to ruin their reputation, and their whole exchange is going to go to crap in about as soon as word gets out. So, although they can manipulate cryptocurrencies by down-talking it, by bringing in professional investors who say it's crap, by having regulations and government be difficult, people are waking up, and time is running short on getting into cryptocurrencies at a decent price. I want you to know right now, the cryptocurrency market cap is at 140 billion, right? Just last year, it was at 700 or 800 billion, okay? And once one of these exchanges open, it's going to be trillions. So I just want you to think how expensive cryptocurrencies are going to be as soon as one of these major exchanges open up. All right? You don't have a lot of time to get into cryptocurrencies. Can they go down? Of course they can. Of course, the big wigs can come in and sell off a bunch of cryptocurrencies trying to scare people out. But I just don't see it happening because they've tried it, like I've mentioned in other videos. They've tried to sell off and scare people out, and when they do, the retail people just come right back in and buy it. Come right back in and buy it. So, yes, it's not financial advice, but if I were you, I would get back into Litecoin. Now, what's going to happen when Venezuela, who has just started to really get into cryptocurrencies, since their bolivar, their dollar, I heard an interesting statistic today watching a video. If you had bought Bitcoin at 20,000, near 20,000, and you sold it today, you would be up money compared to if you held bolivar, Venezuelan dollars, compared to today. That's how bad Venezuela's money is decreasing. And if you had even when Bitcoin went down 10% when it was at 6,000, and if you had Bolivar that same week, the Bolivar went down 20% in 1 week. The same thing, not to the extreme of Venezuela, but the same thing's going to happen to in America. They just announced they're going to be printing more money. That means inflation. That means your money buys less. That means it's less valuable. It's less value. That means the cost of things get more expensive. So I was talking about storing value. Gold and silver bugs know that ideally that was the only place, and it was the best place to store your value, because at least it kind of kept up with inflation. But now that they can manipulate it, I don't think gold and silver bugs really have the confidence in gold and silver to say it will be a store of value. I believe it will have its cycles where it does shoot up, and then they seem to always just bring it right back down. But it does have its run-ups, and they're not often. They're like every, I don't know, 5-10 years. Sometimes it seems like even longer than that in between their run-ups. That's no way to live life, hoping that your gold and silver that's being manipulated daily is going to stop being manipulated. Where cryptocurrencies, once you get some Litecoin and some Bitcoin, that it's limited. It's a limited supply. I mean, they can go out and find a whole mountain full of gold and silver, next week, and then there'll be so much gold and silver won't be worth that much. But Bitcoin and Litecoin, once they run out, that's it. Their prices are going to be, you're not going to be able to put a price on it. People ask for my prediction on Litecoin, and, I said by the end of this year, I think it'll be 200 at least, but it could easily be, 10,000. And what do I think it could be someday? Someday, I think, you will be a person of extreme wealth if you own a Bitcoin or a Litecoin. It's going to be the type of thing where nobody owns a Bitcoin or Litecoin. It's like, when that person pulls in the Bentley or the Rolls Royce, and you're like, whoa, look at that person. That's going to be the person that has Bitcoin and Litecoin in the future. Guys, I don't know how long it's going to take, but I don't think we have a lot of time. I see the volume in the market slowly picking up. I see the market cap creeping up, and I'm just waiting for it to go off. It's just going to go off. It's going to go off one day. And that's when all the people that you mentioned cryptocurrencies to are going to be like, oh yeah, cryptocurrencies. And then they're going to call you and they're going to be like, what cryptocurrency should I get into? And what do you know about cryptocurrencies? And this, that, and the other thing, cryptocurrency, crypto. It's going to be the talk of the town. It's going to be what everybody wants to talk about and everybody wants to know about. And by then it's too late, By then it's too late to get into it. I mean, it's not too late, but you missed the boat. You missed the chance, the golden opportunity of a lifetime to get in. Crap, I'm backing up on the grass here, guys. Give me 1 second. You're missing out on the opportunity of a lifetime to get in cheap, to get in at the bottom. What do all the smartest investors in the world say? Buy low, sell high, right? I mean, how much lower do you want Bitcoin and Litecoin to go? To zero? To $20? It already went to $20. It's on the way back up now. It's not going back down again. Not financial advice, but it's not going back down again. It's already been down. It's been going down for over a year. Where do you think it's going to go down? For 10 years? Just like when Bitcoin and Litecoin go up, what do you think? They're going to go up forever? No, they go up and they come down. Everything goes in cycles. But I'm sorry for yelling and getting excited, but I just see the Fed coming out with these announcements, and I know that the dollar is getting weaker every day. The only reason that the dollar is semi-okay right now is because all the other countries in the world, currencies, suck. All right? They're terrible. Even though our economy, I wouldn't consider it strong by any means. It's about the strongest out of any of these other crappy countries out there. You know, the euro is failing. Brazil is failing. Germany is teetering. Deutsche Bank, which is their biggest bank, is they're constantly warning that they're going to default and they're going to collapse. Venezuela, Greece, Italy. You know, it doesn't matter who. Spain doesn't have much of an economy. Who has a great economy? Mexico? Canada? Who? China. But China, you know what? China has already had their heyday for this recent time. They've got cities that are vacant. They built all these cities expecting their economy to boom, and they're all empty because it didn't boom. Their boom is over. They're on the downtrend now. That's the only reason that Americans are still thinking that we have something. But wait, once they start printing out this money, guys, the only thing that's going to have any store of value is going to be cryptocurrencies, because they're going to start dropping interest rates again. They're going to be printing more money. The prices of houses are going to go up. Right now, prices of houses are getting to the point where people can't afford them. It's like 2008. Yeah, interest rates were low, so money was easy and cheap to borrow. But then it came to a point where, you know, houses were $100,000 and your interest rate was, say, 10%. So it was like $1,000 a month or whatever to pay it off. And then interest rates drop, say down to 3%. Then it only cost, $650 to get that $100,000 house. So everybody started buying houses, and just as you know, supply and demand, just like Bitcoin and Litecoin, supply and demand, people started asking more for their houses because now everybody was buying houses. And now that $100,000 house went up to $150, to $200, to $250, to $300. That $100,000 house in Florida was worth $350,000, $400,000. So now, even though interest rates were down at 3%, the house was still, now it became unaffordable once again, because the loan was now not $650 because the price went up. They had to borrow more money. So now that loan was, getting over, $2,000, $3,000 a month. Not many people can afford that, because you still got taxes, insurance, you got a car, gas, insurance, energy bills, cable bills, cell phone bills, kids going to school, food. You got all these other bills. People can't afford to pay that. Same thing is happening now. The housing market's going up. It's getting to a point where it's unaffordable, even though interest rates are low. The next thing they're going to do is drop interest rates to keep the housing market alive. I'm just predicting. I'm no financial expert, but I've been around a while. I've been a real estate broker. I've seen the booms and busts. I was in the tech bubble. I had money invested in there. I was a real estate broker when the stock market bust, and I could see the same things happening here. But it's happening on all scales. It's not just a real estate bubble. It's not just a fiat bubble. It's everything bubble. And I'm probably not the first person who's told you this. Thank God President Trump got in there and he kept jobs from leaving, and he stopped all the money going out of the country through all these programs and through all these just wasteful spending things. And now he's trying to bring trade back. I could talk for an hour. I should do a live cast, but I've got to go. I'm getting here 15 minutes, and that's where YouTube cuts me off. So I'm going to say, like, subscribe, share my video if you haven't yet. Kiss your wife or your girlfriend, hug your kids, pet your pets. Joe Knows Crypto. Sorry for being all fired up here today, but God bless. Bye-bye.